Micky is in court to claim £2,600 for loss of income and the cost of filming equipment which a fellow rapper borrowed and subsequently lost. Defendant Luke says he owes nothing, as he did everything reasonable to protect the equipment, and it wasn't his fault it was lost.
Have I got Micky here?
You have, yes.
Splendid. And you're Luke, correct?
Yes.
Yes. You're also known, I think, from the papers that I've read as Double L. Is that right?
Correct.
Well, people call me AR sometimes. That means always right. Yes? Now, the most important thing you understand is do not interrupt each other. I know, I'm so funny. Wait till I get to my ruling. You'll be laughing. The important thing is you don't interrupt each other. You talk to me, through me, yes? And whilst you're telling me the truth and being honest and standing up straight just as you are, Double L, I assure you I'll listen to what you have to say. Understood?
Yep.
How splendid. Now, Micky, Luke, as I understand it, the pair of you are... Is it gangster rappers of some sort, or just rappers? What's the correct phrase, Double L?
I'd just say rappers, to be honest. I wouldn't say gangster rappers.
When you meet ladies, do you sort of say to them, well, hello? They say, well, you say, I'm Double L, and they say, well, how splendid, I'm Double D. Is that sort of...
Hey, you know what? Yeah, Double D works fine for me, Mr. Rinder. Double D works fine for me, mate.
Does it?
Yeah, it's cool.
I can imagine.
Yep.
Yes, well, I suspect, you know, just like them, you're more than a handful. Now, Micky, Luke, help me with this. As I understand it, you knew Luke and you were trying to expand your business as a rapper because you filmed these competitions, which I'm going to ask you about.
OK.
And Luke has a burgeoning career as a rapper, but you started before him. That's right. That's fair to say.
That's correct, yeah.
Correct. You're the original sort of... Where are you from, Micky?
I'm from Croydon.
Croydon. So you're sort of Croydon's answer to Eminem, yes?
I'd like to say so, yeah.
Splendid.
Definitely.
Well, I mean, I understand. As I understand it, Marshall Mathers came from the down streets of Detroit and you came from Croydon, so there's a connective tissue. Yes. The hood, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
I've been to Croydon. Now, the point about it is this. As far as you're concerned, Micky, you lent Luke some equipment to film his rapping, and so that eventually you'd be able to put that on either a YouTube channel or publicise it, and you'd make some money from that, correct? As far as you're concerned, however, when you lent Luke that equipment, which is a computer and filming stuff, Luke took it, you accept that, only Luke's lost it. You're now suing him for the value of that equipment and also for the loss of earnings that you experienced as a result of Luke taking that equipment and losing it. Luke, your reply to Micky, excuse me, forgive me, Double L's reply to this is, no way. The problem is I accept taking this equipment, but I gave it to someone else, so you're suing the wrong person. Is that correct?
Correct, sir.
Ah, I know. It's exhausting being this right. That's why they call me AR. Yes, you could call me AR.
Is that your rap name, yeah? AR?
No. Micky, you met Luke because you were doing these competitions, as I've referred to them. Now, I've read your complaint, and what it says is it's called... you used to meet each other doing something called battle rapping nights. Now, I presume that wasn't who can put together and encase a Christmas present the quickest. Is that right?
No, it's not, no.
No. What was it?
At the start of just saying, you asked if we was gangster rappers, but we're not, we're battle rappers. Which is almost like a cross between music and sport. It's competitive. We'll have either one-on-one or teams of two, and you have either 3 60-second rounds or 3 90-second rounds, and you basically try to say the most horrible, mean thing about the other person in the form of a rap. And that is basically the format of battle rapping.
Right.
Like you...
No, hang on. As they say, don't hit and run. I need to know exactly what you mean by... So sort of like poetry, only it's sort of... You said it was a combination between what? Between sport and rapping?
Yeah.
Well, it just seems like a form of medieval cruelty in rhyme.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's what it is?
Yeah.
But you're not in stocks, are you, Double L?
I'm not in stocks.
Right, so give me an example. What would happen? Someone would give a topic of some kind, and then you'd rap about that, would it? Not public events.
You would just say, you'd look at the guy...
Yes?
And you'd say, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean?
Why do you look at me and say, do you know what I mean?
Like, do you know what I mean? You'd be like, Say if I was going to battle you, yeah?
No, let's not. So, what happened on a night that you first met Luke? You thought he was talented, correct?
I thought he was very talented.
Well, do you remember a particular battle rap? I'm just wondering.
It's a bit too explicit for...
Oh, that's it. You're saving my blushes. So lots of swearing involved.
Oh, it's horrible, yeah.
Sometimes it's funny as well, but that's... most of the time it's...
Right, so...
It's like South Park. It's horrible, but it's funny. Do you know what I mean?
Can we get some more something? I mean, what? It's like... Oh, South Park.
South Park, the cartoon,
it's like really horrible, but it is funny.
Yeah.
But you have to be sort of thick-skinned.
I think you'd like it, to be honest.
I reckon you'd be good at it, too.
This is... what sort of gratuitous cruelty? Trust me, no. So that's you, is it? Two of you?
Yeah. That's us hosting an event now.
Right, and when you say these nasty things, do people get upset just out of interest?
No.
Rarely.
Rarely. They understand the rules.
Yeah.
OK,
yeah.
so you were happy with... You thought Luke was particularly talented. Excuse me. Do forgive me. Double L was particularly talented at this...
Battle rapping.
Battle rapping?
Yeah.
And so you were going to take him under your wing, is that right?
In a nutshell, I judged his first battle.
What do you mean you judged it?
There's like a panel of judges. There'll be like five already established battlers will be judging the new faces.
What does the winner get?
Respect. Respect. You know what I mean?
I would be good at it.
Yeah, they are. You know what I mean? So Luke lost his first battle.
All
four of the judges voted against him, but not me.
You voted for him?
I thought, this kid's sick, yeah? So from
No. You thought what?
I thought, this kid is off the chain at rapping. I thought he's bad.
Let's assume, for argument's sake, that the court requires you to speak some semblance of English. I thought it was real good. When you say... No, we're in court. You said you thought he was sick.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Like, really good at what he does.
So why would that be sick?
Because it's, like, so good...
Yes?
...that he's sick. Like, how's he got that good? He's sick. Do you know what I mean?
You thought he was so good at being cruel and rhyming at the same time that he had a dubious relationship with his mental health.
Possibly, yeah.
And you wanted
it's a turn of phrase, really. It's slang.
Oh, it's a turn of phrase?
Yeah.
So somebody might say amongst the gangster, the battle rapping community, Judge Rinder is sick, and that would be a good thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, who knew I was sick? I see. There you are. Now, the point was, you judged in his favour, so the two of you became friends and thought you were going to collaborate together, correct? In some way?
We have done. We've done a lot of stuff together.
You've filmed things. Now, I'm going to come on to lending Luke various bits and pieces in due course, but, Micky, how would you make your money in this arena? OK, right. When we first met, we were both battling for a different battle rap promotion company. Towards the end of 2013, I started to realise, look, if I want to really have some sort of future in this, being the battler isn't going to make you any money, real money. You have to be the guy putting on the events. Own the business, own the promotion. So you wanted to do that. Now, you would promote things, as I understand it, by filming these events and then putting them online on YouTube, and then you get a certain amount on a commercial channel for the number of people who view it, correct?
Yeah.
I see.
That is basically
so that's very important to you.
Yeah.
And give me an example of a battle rap event that's been particularly successful. What's been your most successful event, and how many viewers have you had?
Our most successful event was in...
How many viewers?
February this year.
To date?
For me, personally?
No, to date, for what you've put online. How much have you made?
Oh, money-wise?
No, Magic Beans-wise.
I've got like 5 million views on YouTube.
That's a lot. So how much have you made as a result of one of these events?
Off of an average event, probably about... After everyone's been paid, probably about £400 or £500 per event. Do 2 a month. And then you've got the merchandise as well. There's all different avenues of...
Right.
So it's hard to actually pin down an exact number on.
I just want to be clear, because I need to understand whether this is a real business model or it's a hobby.
Yeah.
And from what you've told me on your complaint and from the way you present today and the additional material you provided me, this is a real business.
Yeah.
Some people might not understand that.
Yeah, fair.
You understand? For a lot of people, this type of poetry doesn't necessarily pay, but it certainly does. In fact, you can make a lot of money at it. Are you all right? Difficult in a shirt, is it?
It's not my shirt.
Now, why did you lend Luke that equipment?
He said to me, right, basically, in the start of 2014, I started King of Ronalds, which is my own battle rap promotion. That started
King of the what?
Sorry?
King of the?
Ronalds.
Sort of some homage to a fast food outlet.
Actually, yeah. Like, if you're a clown, then you don't want to be a clown, do you? And who's the top clown? Ronald McDonald. So you don't want to be him, so you want to beat the guy and make him look like Ronald. So you don't want to be the King of the Ronalds, but that's why we called it King of the Ronalds, because we're trying to emphasise, like, if you lose, you're a bit of a Ronald. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean, though? So, yeah, King of the Ronalds. So I started this thing anyway, yeah? To begin with, I didn't have any equipment, nothing. I was winging it. And then I started to realise it's actually starting to go somewhere.
Making money?
Yeah, this is actually... I better start getting a few bits and pieces.
You don't want to be a Ronald.
You can't be... Exactly. Exactly. And then I was feeling like the King of the Ronalds myself, like, do you know what I mean? I was thinking, no, I can't be the King of the Ronalds. I'm trying to find the King of the Ronalds. Not me is the King of the Ronalds. You know what I mean?
I don't understand. Have you been sort of abducted by the planet slang?
Yeah, maybe,
Just assume,
maybe.
for argument's sake, that I only understand you when you speak English in complete sentences.
OK.
Coming next.
What's the song called? It's irrelevant, but I'm dying to know.
She-Devil.
She-Devil?
Yeah. You can figure it out, really, can't you? It's about women being she-devils.
You think that I'm going to sit here and you think we've got a common experience about women?
Probably not, but just some other people might, you know what I mean?
This is Judge Rinder, and this is his courtroom. He's waiting to hear your case.
Have you been refused a refund for an item you bought but didn't receive? Perhaps you purchased something that was faulty and you believe you have a claim against the seller. Or have you sold something and not received the money and now you want your money back? Get in touch. I'm waiting to hear your case.
If you're 18 or over and would like to be considered for the show, text the word judge plus your name to 63334. Text costs 25 pence plus one standard network rate message. Call 09 011 22 3344. Calls cost 25 pence plus your network access charge. Or email judge@itv.com. Please note we are unable to consider claims that have been or are currently in court. Micky is in court to claim £2,600 for loss of income and the cost of filming equipment which a fellow rapper borrowed and subsequently lost. Defendant Luke says he owes nothing, as he did everything reasonable to protect the equipment, and it wasn't his fault it was lost.
You didn't want to be a clown, so you started buying equipment to make this business work. And it was a real business. I'm satisfied with that. So you bought lots of equipment, and let's just go through the equipment that you're claiming for.
OK.
You bought a MacBook Pro, a Canon camera.
Yeah, 2 mic stands, 2 microphones.
2 mic stands and 2...
actual microphones for the mic stands.
I see.
They're actually not important to the business. They're just things I owned anyway.
OK. Well,
he wanted them for props for his music video that he wanted to shoot.
Right, let's get there. You had these things, a computer. Yeah. Well, there were things that you might use for your business to put them online. So you needed your computer to put the various tournaments, he called them generously, to put them online. You needed a computer to do that, yes?
Yes, of course.
Right. This was your main computer, this MacBook?
Yeah.
Correct. So you did need them for your business?
Yeah, I did.
Good, it's important for your claim. And what was the purpose of borrowing this equipment, please, Luke?
The plan was to shoot a music video, so I literally just...
What's the song called? It's irrelevant, but I'm dying to know.
She-Devil.
Excuse me?
She-Devil.
The She-Devil?
Yeah.
What's the best bit of it? Is there anything repeatable?
Let me think. Probably not, to be honest. It is quite an explicit track, to be fair.
She-Devil?
Yeah. You can figure it out, really, can't you? It's about women being she-devils, which is what they are.
You think that I'm going to sit here and you think we've got a common experience about women?
Probably not, but just some other people might, you know what I mean? Each to their own, you know what I'm saying?
I see.
Yeah.
Now, you borrowed this equipment to put together and film your music video, She-Devil?
Yes.
Did you make the video?
Started to.
What happened?
Basically, my plan... Well, I started doing... Micky was there when we were doing it. Started doing it, got bits and pieces done. My plan was to come back a week later to finish it off, and that never happened, basically.
Right. Well, not basically, it didn't happen.
No.
Now, as far as you were concerned, Micky, who were you giving your equipment to? Was it double L or was it to the custody of somebody else?
No, I lent it to double L and the understanding I'd have it all back within 2 weeks.
You understood that, didn't you, double L?
Yeah.
Yes, so who did you give that equipment to look after?
Another person.
Right, double L. Do you think that that was MM? Mighty moronic? To give to somebody else equipment of that value to look after when it was your responsibility to take care of it?
Well, basically...
Please stop. You know, you say to me you're terribly poetic.
Yeah.
You're a wordsmith that within seconds can come up with incredibly creative ways of being cruel to people.
Yeah.
Yet every time I ask you a question, you tell me basically.
OK.
So why don't you owe Micky for the equipment?
Because he knew where the equipment was, and he knew what the plan was for me, and like he should know that really. Where did
you think Luke was going to keep this equipment? Did you have a home?
I have got a home. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you live with your parents?
Yeah.
Quelle surprise. And am I right for a second that that's a safe home? I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. The windows aren't open all day.
Nope.
So you presumably thought that he was going to leave that equipment in his home.
I thought it'd be with him the whole time he had it. Yeah.
Now, there is one part of your claim I want to ask you about, where you say you put a value, in addition to the equipment that was lost, of £500 for lost footage.
Right.
How do I get to a value of £500 for that?
OK. On the day he borrowed the equipment, it was January the 10th, start of this year, right? We did one of these events. He come down to the event, and then we went together after the event with the equipment, which is the memory card. The memory card which I...
Why is the lost footage £500?
I'm getting to that. The memory card, I'd used that day to film the battles.
Right.
I paid battlers, yeah, to perform for that day, yeah? And the battles that were on that memory card are now lost. So I've paid out people for performances that I've never had the benefit of uploading them online for.
Right.
So
you can't confidently say how much you would have earned in any event, can you?
But I've lost out on the money I've actually shelled out to the battlers in the first place for the performance.
Right.
On top of which,
how much
since
did you
the camera's been lost...
How much did you pay those people? How many were there? What were their names?
There was 4 missing battles.
ZZ, XXYY? Just wondered.
there was 4 missing battles on that memory card. One of them was a tryout battle, so them guys didn't get paid at all. And the other 3 battles on the thing, they got paid £50 each for their performances. So that's £300.
That's £300?
Yeah.
All right, where's the other 200?
Since I haven't had my own equipment, and I'm having to go back to winging it and borrowing equipment of other people, where I've used, like, people to film the events, more footage has gone missing because they've said to me, oh, I'll come and film the event, and now by the time they send me the footage, they've lost it.
Where you've handed money over, that you can be reimbursed for. You can't claim for speculative amounts. Do you understand? What you think you may have got. I need substantive evidence in order to come to a value for your claim. But you say you handed over £300 to these people, which... Now, is that about right? Yes?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Could do.
I see. Micky, Luke, I've heard about the background to this action and I make no comment about it. People enjoy all sorts of things. J.R. Hartley wrote a book about fly fishing. I'm sure it was equally as thrilling to him as being gratuitously cruel in rhyme is to you two. Yeah. That's fair enough. The issue of this case is the fact that you bought equipment which you lent to Luke, and you were entitled to a duty of care to protect that equipment, which Luke didn't take seriously because he gave it to a friend. Now, I understand that you feel that it's unfair, Luke, because, as far as you're concerned, that friend should have looked after it. Well, you may have a claim against him, and you can bring him to court, and I may listen to your case, so long as you don't mumble. The reality of the situation is, however, it was your responsibility to take care of that equipment, and you didn't, so you're entitled to the full value of replacing it now it's been lost, which is £2,100. The last part of your claim, which is for loss of footage, I can only reimburse you for money you've actually paid out. Anything you may have got is insufficient because I haven't got sufficient evidence to come to a value. But I believe you when you say that roughly you paid out £300. So to that extent, I'm prepared to award you £300 rather than £500. So the award of this court is to you, Micky, for £2,400. This is going to be VC, very costly. That's the award of this court, £2,400.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge Rinder. I'm glad justice has finally been done.
Micky won his case and was awarded £2,400.
Yeah. Do you want to follow me?
Let's find out how both he and Luke felt about the judge's ruling.
I think it went good. I'm happy with the outcome. I feel like justice has been done, and I can get my friendship back now with Double L because of, you know, I ain't seen him for all this time. And if I'm being honest, that was hurting me more than the money, because you can replace equipment, but you know what I mean?
I never meant to do anything wrong, do you know what I'm saying? I just got left in a bad situation. Was it my fault? Probably, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Do I take full responsibility? Yeah. But I didn't mean to do it, innit?
I'm just happy justice has finally been done, bro, because I wasn't even getting... I don't know how you could sleep at night doing that.
You know what my argument is, though, don't you? Do you know what I'm saying? Was it really... When it actually come down to it, was it really my fault? It was. I lent the... I can accept what you're saying. I can accept what you're saying, innit? But
at the end, I'll lend it to you, innit, man?
I can accept that, innit?
You know what I mean? You're friends and that. You're real friends. You wanna be cool with them, do you know what I mean? You need to look after them, and I'm just glad that, like, we can go for a beer and that now, do you know what I mean? It'd be nice, like... Big up Judge Rinder. This guy, he's on Tinder, and he only linked one ginger. Body bag bars. Micky all day, King of the Ronalds.
Double L.
Taking over the game.
He's a funny dude, isn't he? I think he could have a future in the battle rap industry. He's funny. He's definitely got the character for it, and he can come up with things off the top of his head, so he could probably do it.